If you are as chronically online as I am, you probably see a lot of negativities in the internet and in comment sections. Uh, well, it's usually a lot of generalization, just hating, just for the fun of it, and just, you know, they would overgeneralize a bit too much. Those comments usually provoke you to have an immediate outburst of emotion. You would either take one side and support them, and that means that you're gonna be split up into sides. So we basically go against each other. I'm kinda sick right now, so my voice kinda shitty. But for example, like for a video on the internet, it's very random. Maybe just a little kid flying around. Maybe the boys watching something on the TV, and the girls coming over to his house to grab some groceries. His house is like, well, without context, I would assume that that is his house too, and his mother or father or whatever run the business of selling groceries. So this girl come over and buy some shit. She got a little bit affectionated with him, a little bit like try to like touch his shoulder, try to lean in, and get close to his face and try to kiss him. He pushed her away, and she just buy some stuff and just go out. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, okay. First up, they are kids. They're just flying around, and yeah, like I think like, she respect his boundaries because when she did that, he pushed her away. And what did she did? What did she do after? She stopped. She don't do it anymore. So yeah, I scroll down to the comments. And people were saying like, if that was a man, if the role was reversed, it wouldn't. It would be different. If that was a man, like he would go to jail. That shit. I was like, I was clicking into the comment to see like if anyone is agreeing with this guy. And I see that the majority of people mostly agree with him because his comment is kind of up there on the top with the most liked comment. And I look at it and I'm very confused. People usually act like they are very, like sure of themselves, I guess, because they always take one side and support it until they're fucking dead or something. It's kind of wild. And yeah, I think it's a overgeneralization, but I was confused because I looked at that comment and understand that it is the truth. Yeah, it's the truth. Some guy, most of guys, like in any like situation, in any case, if there's, is there gonna be caught, something happen, like, you know, maybe a case where like the victim say like, oh, he went too far, he touched me inappropriately. The jury usually favor the woman more than they favor the man, because most of the time men do commit the offense. I'm just saying statistically, not saying like all men do it, but I think like rape in women happens more than rape in men. But rape in men, when it does happen, it is, very hard to convince the majority of people to, you know, trust you that that should really happen, which is really fucked up because, like you gotta get like abuse and shit, and now you have to prove that you were, you know, put through that process of torture. So it is kind of like sucks, and like it usually makes people outburst into emotions and very damaging words to the, you know opposite gender. Like, even though you're not the one that actually been through it, just being the same gender, it makes you feel kind of like, empathize with them and say like favor their size more than their silent more than like the other gender side, because all you can think is that yeah, it's true, because like it's true that it's hard to convince things like that when you are a guy. Yes, I know, but you know we as human beings, we both have our fair share of, I wouldn't say fair, but I would say like we both have our, like hard things in life, our challenging things in life. It's maybe from society. You're gonna treat you differently based on your gender. That is the fact. Sometimes gonna happen, and sometimes it is, very sad, and you feel like it's bias, which it is speak out and get help. So I can say, but all I want to say is that not everyone is like that. Like when I search the comment and I see shit like that, I see shit like, comment on a very silly, very innocent video of a little boy just getting a little bit teased by a girl, and that girl is like young as well, like that's around like 8 9 years old or something. And they are like clearly not in even in middle school yet. They are very young kids. They're just playing around, but they take the serious issue of the sex debate and they just put it in the comment and very overgeneralize it, saying like like if that was a man, you would be in jail. If the role was reversed, it wouldn't be the same. It confuses people because it is the truth. Looking face at surface is the truth. And if like I'm not making like say stating the facts, but I would assume based on the comments is that like everyone like depends on their gender will take their side of the gender that they are. If they are like a guy, they will say like yeah, it's true. But like if a female just say that they could like be like very upset with that, upset with that, and I would say to themselves like no, yes, yeah, it's true, but you saying it like every woman in the world is bad. You're saying it like every woman is like a hungry animal, trying to like every second looking at like a legal trap, trying to fucking get some money out of this guy, try to get every guy in trouble and shit like that. They're gonna be pissed, of course. They're gonna look at that and they look at the overgeneralization. They will be like, no, yeah, but you don't look at outside. And then what they gonna do? What they gonna do, bro? Like, if we can sit here and overgeneralize, we could do a lot of things. Like for the female side, we can say that female get right more than male does, and then on the male side, we will say like, oh, but we as male, we usually take on more dangerous job, and we usually die at a younger age, often during war and shit like that. And then like we can say like on the female side, oh, but back in the day, you guy used to burn me because you think I was a witch because I show a little bit of ankle and I don't know, just fucking reap a little bit weirdly, and you just fucking say like I'm a witch, and it put me to burn alive. And the other male side, like they keep going back and forth and back and forth and bringing up these fucking shit, and it's all true. Because you know why? I realize that as I sit here, I realize that we are human beings. We are imperfect. We never perfect. Like you can look at our past, bro. Like how did we get to here? From the beginning of the fucking time, like to now, we make a lot of mistakes. Like to get here, like in history, we can like it doesn't have to be like sex debate. We can say like politics. There's so many like shit that we would say nowadays very wrong. Maybe a mass killing or something. Some people, and maybe some kind of dictator do something very wrong, and we will say like, no, this is so wrong. Don't do it anymore. Some kind of like that. And yeah, you can say that we are never perfect. And when we look back at it, we we make a fool of ourselves and say like, what the fuck are they doing, bro? Like, how does that make any sense? What do you mean a witch? It doesn't even make sense. Because our time is so different compared to them. We don't understand what the fuck they were thinking. But at that time, they were just like us. That, that's a normal thing that happens every day to them, and they were normal about it. So everyone go on with their life like nothing happened. And yeah, when we look back at that, we realized that like we were insane. But now, why don't we just look at what is happening right now, bro? Like, we realize that we're doing the same thing by hating each other. Like, it called it's all came from hate, bro. Let's stop this fucking gender shit and fucking it's all hate. It's all came from hate, bro. Like, let's took like we are all human beings, right? And like the reason why you burn her on a fire because she showed a little bit ankle, like that is just from hate. Why do you want to make another person suffer? Why do you want to make another person feel pain? Because you think that they are this, they deserve of it. They deserve pain. They need to die. It came from hate. It all came from hate. You hate that person, so you want that person to die. You want this person to be everything. Like yeah, it's true. And like wow, when I realized that we yeah, those social injustice does exist, but by hating each other, by saying like over generalize stuff on the comments like that, we are like spreading hate because we like I never seen like well maybe not as common, but I don't see like comment that spread love, comment that spread knowledge, saying like guys, like are we really gonna do this shit, bro? Like are we gonna have a sex debate? Like what happens another 100 years? We're gonna be all dead on the ground. And then what the fuck is our grandchildren gonna do next? They're gonna look at our era and they will be saying like, what the fuck was our grandparents thinking? Why the fuck they were fucking online saying like hating on each other and doing this dumb shit? For what? For what? Why hate? In all of history, we look back and we always say, why the fuck did we hate each other? But yet we do it every day. We don't realize that we're doing the same shit that we are seeing. Like, why we asking this question? Why are we doing this in the past? But we keep doing it in the modern day because we put the label of gender on these things. We put the label of gender. Oh, guys hate women back then. They burn women, and then women hate guys because they gonna find every legal loophole, legal way to make this guy be in jail or like pay for his sins. That shit. And then one, no, what? It's not about gender. It's about hate. Like, yeah, it's about hate, guys. I don't know what to say. I guess love each other. I guess because like we as human beings are imperfect, and if we keep, don't know, like hating each other, like always supposed to be the intelligent one. Why don't we just realize that like oh we kind of hating each other. So why don't we just don't and just live happily with each other? Let's love each other and just be happy. Because have you ever seen a person that is happily pass away when he or she literally hate somebody, hate something with their soul? You hate, like, say like, if I hate somebody with my soul, like when I pass away, would I pass away in ease? Like, no, I would not, because I I I, I have to watch them suffer first before I cease to exist from this world, right? But if we love each other, if I love someone, if I feel that I am loved by somebody, and I feel like I have give this world the love that I needed, I would pass away easily. I mean, like, more easily, because hating is meaningless, but loving is not. I would say just that. I literally cannot prove it. But like, all my entire life, when I hate something, it's generally doesn't bring me anything. Yes, it's a natural thing for human to hate because we are imperfect. But you need to realize that like, we need to stop looking at the world how it is right now and how the media is feeding you, and just look at the world at its entirety. Look at the past, at the present, and in the future, and in the very far future. We can't just hate each other until the fucking sun explode. That sounds so meaningless. Like, I mean, like, if the sun is gonna explode and these little ants on this fucking small little planet keep fucking killing each other, like, what? Bro, that's so sad. Like, if like, eventually there's gonna be an end to it all, like, your natural instinct is like saying like, well, why don't we just like, if the sun's gonna explode or something, why don't we just like, at the end of time, we're gonna find somebody that we love and just give them a hug, and then just boom, we all go out peacefully and happily, because that's all to life, bro. Like, find your meaning. And you think hating is your meaning? No, it's not. Like, hating maybe give you a little bit of ego, thinking that like, uh I have this over that. I am being mistreated because these people have this, but I don't have that. Well, yeah, it's the truth, but you can decide to hate on it, and you just accept that we are imperfect, and just you know love each other. Huh. Yeah, so it's a weird thing. Yeah. I totally don't have a script, by the way. So okay, so I'm saying is like keep loving each other, guys. Like if we could like realize the imperfect in everyone, we would realize how human we are and stop the negativity from spreading. We know that we are incapable of perfectness. That's why we need to grow. That's why we need to love. Because the love itself is imperfect, but it's beautiful. It's way more fulfilling than whatever the hate thing is about. So I'm saying was like I'm very overgeneralize, I'm very overgeneralizing this shit about like complex things about humanity, but that's the point. I'm not perfect. I'm just saying thing that I think that some part of us, some part in everyone does feel a thing about this type of feeling. Like we all see that as human beings we are imperfect. Some gender get a little bit mistreated and it happens to both of us. Like it happens to all of us. Hey, you admit there's two gender and now you're gonna get killed. You're gonna get assassinated. That's hate. Well, are you hating because I don't know? You admit there's two genders. This is so funny, guys. So yeah, basically, that's my point. Human is imperfect, and just live the way you want to live. Be happy, spread love, and you make mistakes. Just try to own up to your mistake. If you could, yeah, and that's all.